Thanks for logging on to myfoxhurricane.com. Still watching Tropical Storm Lorenzo, but this storm, the story all along has been just a struggling system. It had the wind shear. Then when the wind started to let up, it was dealing with a lot of dry air. So this is just not a well-organized system. And by tomorrow, we will probably be done with Lorenzo. You look right now and you see there's just not much going on with this. It's really hard to find anything because there's just very limited convection. We do have those lighter winds, but as I said, now that the winds have let up and we have the lighter wind shear, it has the dry air. So conditions still just not favorable to develop this or really even support this. So Hurricane Center, they even admit, you know what, this storm is really struggling. There hasn't been any new data to really suggest whether this is even still a complete circulation. But for now, they're holding on to it, but it's not going to be long before this system is basically completely done. Just holding on to those 40-mile-an-hour winds right now, moving to the north-northeast at 14 miles an hour. So there you see the forecast track. Basically by this evening, it is done. That'll be pretty much the end of it, dissipated by this evening or into tomorrow, and we say goodbye to Lorenzo, which is just the way we like to have them because it didn't bother anybody out over open waters. Now, we are still in the hurricane season. Remember, it goes until November 30th, and so indications are we're going to start to see at least the potential of more activity into the Caribbean. Watch the Fox model as we go through the next several days. You look down here and you're seeing one of these tropical waves working its way on towards the west, pushing into the Caribbean. So really over the next several days, absolutely nothing going on. And as we head into the weekend, more than likely nothing going on. But as this works its way into the Caribbean, there is plenty of warm water. The conditions are favorable that we could see something develop. And that's why we're seeing more and more indications from many of the computer models that conditions are right and we could see something trying to develop. And then you get one of these vigorous waves that work their way into this region. That's why you're seeing that higher chance that we see something developing really as we head into next week, heading into the week after that as well. Conditions look like they're favorable that any of these waves that move into the Caribbean, we could see some development. So this is the area that we're going to kind of focus in on as we go through about the next 1 to 2 weeks, just watching the Caribbean pretty closely to see if in fact we get something developed. And of course, we'll keep you updated right here on myfoxhurricane.com.